What do you do if you encounter some of the rarer kinds of bears in the world? I wanted to answer some questions about some bears that people had asked me about, like koala bears, kodiak bears, speckled bears, and sloth bears, and we'll just go in order from least to most dangerous. First on our list, coming in at 30 pounds, we have the koala bear. Not actually a bear, it is a marsupial. While there has never been a fatality that we know of caused by a koala bear, if you encounter one, I suggest you don't look up. These guys almost always have gonorrhea, and if they pee on you and it gets in your eye, you can go blind from it. 1 out of 10 on the danger scale, although there have been a few maulings on record. No deaths. Next up, coming in at 300 pounds, we have the speckled bear. They are the only bear native to South America, and they are a survivor of the last ice age. They are the only extant species of short-nosed bear. They can be found on the west side of South America and along the mountain ranges. There has never been a single recorded unaliving by one of these guys. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10 on the danger scale just because they are 300 pounds. If you encounter one, I suggest you abide by the rules of black bears. Make some noise, spook them off, they tend to be timid, and fight back if you were attacked by one. Like all bears, they do still have knives for hands. Next up, we have a crowd favorite, the kodiak bear. The kodiak bear is simply a subspecies of grizzly bear, sometimes called brown bears, and subspecies of brown bears exist in a lot of places. Some of them are more aggressive than others. For example, I really don't want to get into a fight with a grizzly bear in Russia. Fortunately, there has only been one unaliving caused by a kodiak bear in the last 75 years. They really don't tend to attack humans all that often, but when they do, it's bad. Part of that lack of attacks might be because they are just in Kodiak Island in Alaska, so they're not really found as often as we see other grizzly bears. But with a potential to reach 800 pounds and not even be chunky, I'm gonna give these guys a 7 out of 10 on the danger scale. I don't want to fight one. If you do encounter one, you should abide by grizzly bear rules. If they attack you, huddle up into a ball, and hope that if they want to eat you, they make it quick. But fortunately, they're not hunting you to eat you, I think. Finally, coming in at 300 pounds, we have the world's most dangerous bear, right behind a polar bear. This is a sloth bear. These guys can be found in and around India, and they can unalive dozens of people a year with hundreds of attacks. They're described as aggressive and unpredictable. While they don't hunt humans the same way that polar bears do, they will still eat you. And they also have, like all bears, knives for hands. I suggest if you encounter a sloth bear, you go by polar bear rules. Pray to whatever god you do or don't believe in. 9 out of 10.